what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jonathan D'Angelo, aka Johnny D.
And it's your girl Neko Yasha, aka Danny.
And it's your fitness expert, Damn Dad Bod.
And you are tuned in to another Blur Review session. And tonight we decided that we need to take another look at Infinity War and Endgame. Because
why not?
Yeah, that shit was trash.
Were they really good movies, or was all of our excitement just blinding all of us?
Yeah, was it really a good movie, or was 10 years of waiting just too much? I think that's what.
I think the hype got us.
The hype got us.
I think the hype definitely got us. It got me.
I will admit it definitely got me because I'm just like, oh shit, 10 years of movies, let's go.
I think we're riding high on Black Panther.
You know those pictures where like the longer you look at it, the worse it gets. You're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that?
That's definitely Endgame.
Yeah, I had some ex-girlfriends like that. Anyway, but yeah, like I think we was riding high on Black Panther, and we were just so hyped that all this shit was happening, like Black Winter Soldier, Civil War, Black Panther. It's like, oh my god, Thanos showed up at the end of Ragnarok. Like, I think that's what it was.
It really was.
I think honestly, Endgame. I think Infinity War and Endgame was trash, and so
I mean, Infinity War was good. But Endgame.
I liked Infinity War.
I genuinely enjoyed Infinity War a lot more than Endgame.
Okay. The same. I definitely agree.
So are we gonna start?
I liked Infinity War.
So we're gonna start with Infinity. Okay, so we're just gonna dissect the issues because that's what we're
gonna start with Infinity War because why would we just keep jumping around? That doesn't make no sense.
Right. So Infinity War. So let's talk about the very beginning of Infinity War when Thanos shows up right after Ragnarok and beats the fuck out of Thor.
And that was real upsetty spaghetti, let me tell you.
Beats the fuck out of Thor.
Thor got all that power, and for what?
What?
For what? He beat the goddess of hell.
I mean, did he? Like, he really didn't, though.
This dude who... Okay,
yeah,
but he went toe-to-toe with her. Okay, he was able to finally go toe-to-toe with her.
I mean, but that was his sister. If you can't beat your sister's ass, let's talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your whole sister. Like,
but she was the oldest.
Okay, I mean, there is power in that.
And she was also a leader. She was a military leader. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's his sister, though. Like, yeah.
And she was the one who was there while Daddy was on his rampage.
And she destroyed Mjolnir. Okay.
Yeah.
He was all mopey. He got real mopey. He's like
so sad.
I mean, I don't blame him. That's like
that was his thing. Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah,
that was his go-to move, and she was like,
She's like, I think not. This was mine, thank you.
So,
and then to see him leave from that, and then go and just get mollywopped by Thanos, I'm just like, hold up, something don't make sense here.
But it's the fact that him and Hulk got their ass beat. Like him and Hulk and Loki. Yep. Like, how did three of y'all? How did he take three of y'all?
Loki is like your DPS. He's not necessarily strong. He's just there to just
damage per second.
He is. Tell me I'm wrong. Is this?
But how did Thor, Loki, and Hulk get jumped by Thanos? Like just Thanos.
Thor and Hulk are like your two tanks, and you just got a DPS. Okay.
I'm wondering where Hulk was while Thor was getting his ass whooped.
This man was randomly.
Was he in the bathroom?
Randomly and get his ass beat. Like, he was taking a shit like, damn, that's a lot of noise. What y'all doing out there? Like, is that me? That can't be me. That can't be me. Like, he beat Hulk out of Hulk mode. Like, let's talk, like, how, Sway? How? He been Hulk the whole Ragnarok.
And, like, was Thanos even using the Power Stone when he was fighting?
No.
All hands.
All hands.
All hands.
Disrespectful.
Just
you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
But let's talk about the fact that what's his name? Idris Elba's character, right?
Heimdall.
Right. Heimdall. He sent Hulk to Earth, but what did we say earlier? He could have just sent Thanos away.
So why didn't you just send Thanos to a star, bro? Like
I totally.
Why?
They had to because we needed a movie, but something.
Something. You could have done so much more.
Right. And then the catch-22 is like Hulk shows up. They recruit Doctor Strange recruits Tony Stark. My problem with that whole thing was, how are they not aware of each other? How are
Doctor
they never?
Strange and Tony Stark. Oh, because they both live in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I know New York is a big place. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But like, how is it that they never Doctor Strange never was like, hey, look, man, my name is Doctor Strange. I'm here on some magical shit, just in case. Like, that was the first time everybody met this. Like, this motherfucker been through all that he went through with his hands just for him to show up first time ever. Nobody's heard of him. Not even the defense.
Not even Thor could have because you would think Thor would have mentioned him to Tony,
right, nothing. Just I mean, he was busy with Ragnarok, but still, no.
But still,
yeah. No,
there probably had to be a moment where he telecommunicated to all the other Avengers. There had to at least be one moment in Thor Ragnarok.
Even in Vision didn't pick him up. Can we talk he was just some random entity. Oh, and then Peter Parker shows up, Spider-Man. I was lit.
Oh.
That was lit.
Hold on. This is that's my favorite part of the whole movie. So this 15-year-old boy on his way on a field trip decides he sees aliens, and he doesn't say, let me ignore this. He hops out the bus on a bridge and swings his ass to the problem.
That was the best Spider-Man
How
scene
did no
ever.
one else notice? No one else noticed the aliens? Just him?
No, that was literally the only other Spider-Man scene in the history of live-action Spider-Man that was better than that was the subway fight between Tobey Maguire and Doc Ock. That was when he would see the aliens, he was just I'm out. That shit was lit. Yep. But then his character got hoed. Iron Man was here's a brand new suit that's God level, but I need you to go home.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
This boy is much stronger than you, Tony, and has so many more abilities.
My dude came through and caught the hands of the man who was giving Iron Man the business. And Tony was like, you know what? You should go do something else.
I know I'm getting my ass beat, but I need you to clear out. Go. What? You was getting faded.
Go get the wizard. Tony, you can fly. I swing around. I can catch hands. You can fly at Mach speeds. Maybe
you should get the wizard.
Maybe you should get the wizard.
You can get the wizard.
Maybe you get it. It was that was ridiculous. And then okay. So where else are we in the movie? What else? What else was a fuck up?
What's his name? What's his name? Woo.
Oh, Woo. He was
yo, this out. Man was I'm gonna protect the house. What?
He said, I'm not gonna fight here. Y'all do. I got other things to do.
Bro, you're not even that strong though. What are you doing? You're not even. He just. Bro, that was the most.
You don't want to go get the Sorcerer Supreme?
No.
You don't want to help go get him? He's nah, the house.
The house.
I'm gonna go. He literally said, he literally did the Patrick, I'm a dip.
Yo, hey, listen, he had to have been a member of Land Party.
You got a Shane Land Party, they can't even be here to defend themselves. I'm weak.
Had to be from whatever borough Land Party is from, that's the borough that Woo is from. That's whatever borough Land Party is from, that's where Woo is from.
I can't. Listen. You're gonna be the one to deal with Greg, okay? I'm just gonna sit back and be like, it wasn't me, Greg.
Look, tell the CEO of Land Party,
Luther, leave me alone.
Leave
me alone.
Yo, no, that was the best part. He was "You not gonna help?" Oh no, dog, I gotta.
I gotta go.
That's destroyed. That's clearly destroyed.
So then
they go to.
So then, it goes over to what is it? Wanda and Vision, and their little lovey-dovey relationship. Oh, he's on leave.
Bro. Listen, I get it. Wanda had the Fuckmaster 5000 as a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I feel you.
She had the ultimate vibrator.
She did. She really did though.
She really did.
And he could do all types of mental shit too with it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Wanda. Look. We all saw Demolition Man. Okay, we know how mental sex works. You know what I'm saying? But it's I really like.
Listen, we all saw First Class. We saw what Emma Frost did to that dude. She just in the corner, just filing her nails, just shaking her head at the dude thinking having sex with her. Like,
listen, you jeopardize. Listen, you let your pussy jeopardize the whole mission. Like the whole mission.
Dead ass. Dead ass.
Like, I understand that. Go ahead. I understand that men do strange shit for pussy, but you literally let dick ruin the entire universe.
And the fact that this robot was an omnipotent being, and still, pussy ran his whole life,
bro.
Still,
literally picked up Thor's hammer like it was picked up Thor's hammer like it was a glass of water and handed it to him, like beyond worthy being. And he's just like, oh, Wanda. Oh, Wanda. Oh, Wanda. Can you feel the orgasm? You cannot. You can't.
When he's like, fuck. Oh, the stone is like speaking to me. And she's like, shh.
It's not speaking.
You're all I feel. I'm like, oh, damn. She got you.
Bro.
You ain't even.
So what pissed me off about that whole scene, Wanda should have had no trouble with those goons. She really shouldn't have had no trouble with them goons.
Dog. Literally one of the strongest Marvel characters in the history of Marvel Comics. What does it mean?
But they caught them off guard. They caught them off guard.
Oh, they caught it.
She has magic hands. She should have just been like, whoa.
She had magic hands for that metal dick. She ain't have magic hands for the Thanos thugs. I quit. Like, no. No.
Oh no.
I'm not buying it. I'm not. Why is it that Captain America and Black Widow saved your ass? Two powerless motherfuckers. And I will say,
well, Cap,
Natasha, and Sam.
Nah, listen, Cap's got
superroids. Let's not forget.
Cap's from Brooklyn.
You
see how he faded Tony Stark? You see how he faded Tony Stark?
He did catch a helicopter.
Don't do this. Don't not right now. Not right here. Don't do this. Don't do this. Not right now. Don't do this right now because no. Don't do this. Not right now. Like Wanda is, like I said, one of the most powerful beings in Marvel Comics. It took Tony Stark. Not Tony Stark. It took Steve Rogers from Brooklyn. But as I'm saying, this is the same Steve Rogers that jumped Tony Stark because his best friend killed his parents. And so I expect when Steve Rogers shows up, I expect nothing less than badassery, fuckboy New York shit. That's all I expect. If I don't get it, it's not worthy. Like, I need him to be on his grizzy every single time I see him.
Every time.
If he ain't got the Captain America custom Timbs on, beating people in the face, it's not Captain America. You know, talking about Brooklyn, bitch. Like, that's all I need to hear.
It's like Brooklyn Rage.
Like, I just need to see Captain America flip onto the scene, talking about "yer" and just start beating people with the shield. If it's not that, I don't need to see it. So of course, Captain America was fading goons. Of course. Oh
Lord.
And then they're like, we gotta go to Wakanda. We can figure out to get this stone out of Vision's head because Wanda's too much of a weakling to just download his body into, what did you say earlier, Google?
Your man is a computer. He can download himself into any device. They could have put him in an iPod. In a fucking iPod.
Another Iron Man suit.
Thank you. Yeah. All he is an AI in an Iron Man suit. You telling me you couldn't have just built another one? Like, between Wakanda and Tony, Shuri and Tony, you didn't have no way to bring this man back? Like,
they're like, no, the stone is what keeps him alive. It's like, okay, but he still has an AI conscience still on top of it.
Yes, the AI only gave him the ability to actually be no, because it was the stone plus the AI plus the lightning from Thor is what gave him the ability. Yeah. They could have just They could have just hit him with more lightning.
They could have made another Ultron, honestly. That's all they needed to do. They just need to make another Ultron.
Like Wanda, we get it, bro. It does everything you wanted to do. It hits all the G spots. But was it worth wasting half the universe? No, she let a sex.
She got dusted anyway.
Bro.
She got dusted anyway.
And then she
wait, we're
jumping.
jumping. Wait, we're jumping too far ahead. But
Too much. Okay.
So then we go over to
she
the
tried
Guardians.
to save her sex toy just to fuck up the whole universe and still die. Nah, damn.
Shut up, Johnny. Shut up. We gotta go to the next part. We're going to the next part. We're talking about the Guardians.
Next part.
Go to Guardians.
When they introduced Guardians, yeah.
Oh my God, Star-Lord.
Yeah, they get the distress call from Thor. So
Tony Stark is in his suit. No, we're gonna skip over that because nothing happened after they picked up Thor.
Because that's no. That's important because that's where Gamora tells Peter, "I have a secret, and if something happens, I need you to kill me." How
she's been standing around the whole 10 years with the fact that she knew the location of the Soul Stone. Mm-hmm. And didn't tell nobody. Like,
hey, by the way, I know where the Soul Stone is. What?
Yeah, like, my bad. What? That's why my dad wanted me back so bad. So you did.
Right, and then that's where he kidnaps Gamora, and that's where she gets. So that's an important part because he kidnaps Gamora because he fucking Thanos knew.
Like
you knew his whole plan. The whole plan.
And
you were like.
And then but remember, she knew where every stone was, so she knew there were stones on Earth. But instead of she met Peter Quill, a human from Terra. Instead of saying, "Hey, maybe we should go to Earth and warn these people," nah, I'm just gonna fuck Quill and ride through the galaxy. Like word. Oh, so I guess we can add Gamora to the list of people who put dick over the security of the universe.
Oh Lord.
So Gamora and Scarlet Witch. That's two for two right there. Like I don't believe that. We're at 2 for 2 right now. That's crazy.
Right.
Man, is Peter Quill's dick that big? Like, let's talk about that.
She must like the human dick. That's
like
what it was.
because it was
so
good.
But he was half God.
Half God.
God.
Celestial-ish, something. Yeah.
Something.
But he was
God or a planet.
But the dick was
yes,
the dick was so good that somehow she forgot her stepdaddy was trying to destroy the entire half the universe. Mm-hmm. Like what dick is so good you forget that the entire universe is in jeopardy? Explain that. Listen. If pussy was that powerful, listen. I need air.
So this is what
we're not there yet.
Infinity War so far has told us that the dick and the pussy are the two most important things in the world, apparently.
Clearly, in the universe, in the whole universe, in the whole goddamn
universe.
So after that, after the Guardians, and then Iron Man hears Tony Stark speaking English, and then is like, "What the fuck are you?" Clearly a humanoid, because only humanoids speak English, Jack. So he attacks Tony Stark and Spider-Man, sees Doctor Strange, human. And it's like, what the fuck are y'all? Where are you from? I'm from New York. I'm from Queens. Where are you from? Oh, Wyoming. Like what?
That was when they saw Peter, right?
Yeah, on the ship. Yeah. They were still looking for Gamora. I was like, you don't see that they're human? Like clearly. And then he's like, I ain't been back to Earth in a minute. You don't check back in?
I'm from Wisconsin. Or what do you say?
Can we please take a second to acknowledge Spider-Man as the MVP with all the ideas?
Yes.
Yo, he's like, oh, hey.
Literally,
you remember that one movie?
None of this shit would have happened if good old Spidey Pete didn't say anything. If he would have kept those ideas, this movie would have been a wash.
Trash. Their whole plan would have been trash. Would have been trash.
Would have been done.
The L's they would have took without Parker, unreal.
Right. If he listened to Mr. Stark, we wouldn't have a whole movie.
The two MVPs. The two MVPs of Endgame and Infinity War, Spider-Man and Black Panther. Like
I just want to add this in here that Andrew Garfield would never.
Tobey Maguire would never.
Tobey would have
never let them take that L. Tobey would have been like, "Yo, Star-Lord, shut the fuck up. Let's get this glove off." Like, don't. If that was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, it would have stopped that Infinity War. They'd have been like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Right.
And Tobey Maguire was stronger than any other Spider-Man. That's what people don't realize. Tobey Maguire was stronger than anybody else's Spider-Man. So he would have had that shit on. He would have been like, Thanos, okay, I need you four. Let's roll.
Oh no, Toby ain't never get struck by lightning. I'm just saying.
Listen, okay, but touche. But if you look at Toby's rogue gallery compared to Garfield and Holland's rogue gallery, Come on, dog.
Listen, they didn't give Andy this is a whole nother topic.
That's a whole
All right,
thing.
Andy would have never.
Where are we at in the movie now? Okay, so where are we at? Blah blah blah. We already talked about that. Nebula did the thing. Blah blah blah. We don't give a care.
Nah, we're at the point we're at the point where they're in Wakanda now. We're just gonna
we're
gonna skip
over that.
We're gonna ignore the fact that the most powerful Avenger, disappeared for a whole movie to make an axe. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And then
and
then Gamora dies. Okay. Woo.
Yeah. Gamora died. That shit was funny as fuck. He was like, she was like, "Hi, you're crying because you have no one to love," and dude was like, he ain't crying for him.
Nah.
And that's when she realized, like, oh, damn, he did love me, but oh, wait. Oh, no. I was like, that's wild. Like, that's, hey, listen, the only reason why she took that L was because that was not his sperm. He was like, I acquired that. Like, that was that's not my OG DNA, so that shit was wild.
Meanwhile, in Wakanda...
Bro.
They taking their sweet old time trying to get this stone
God.
out of Vision's head.
Hold on. The Red Skull. I know we're going to go back to Wakanda.
Yeah. No.
But Red Skull.
Did anyone see that coming with Red Skull?
So I was so mad that this is where Red Skull has been. Because this is supposed to be Captain America's like arch nemesis. I'm like, we're just not going to finish this battle.
But
and he's
also,
like, no.
And the thing is, like, did he even have the Soul Stone in Captain America, the first Avenger?
No,
it wasn't the Soul Stone.
They just they transported him. Yeah, they transported him to where the Soul Stone was.
Right.
And I guess somehow he became the guardian of it, but could never keep it.
But that's the thing, because he wasn't even looking for the Infinity Stones. He had found Loki's Tesseract.
But he didn't know that there was a stone.
And got transported to where the Soul Stone was.
Right. So it was actually what the space the space right? The Space Stone. Yeah. The Space Stone is what transported him to the Soul Stone. I was like, that don't add up. But okay, maybe I need to maybe we need to look back on that. But I was like, that don't make no sense. Because he wasn't ever looking for the Infinity Stones. He was trying to harness the Tesseract. So that was confusing as fuck. I was like, all right, go off, sis.
But Dr. Strange was looking at Gamora like, you don't know?
He really did. Dr. Strange was just like, oh, I already know what's about to happen. I'm just like, this nigga knew. He
knew. No fucks.
He didn't say nothing.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing.
Meanwhile,
in Wakanda, Thanos' army invades and leave it to Black Panther to summon his army of African ass whoopers to hold the line.
Plus Bucky.
And the thing is, like, the world leaders had to have known that aliens invaded Wakanda. Like, how you not notice that?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't called nobody in. Y'all let Wakanda handle it.
Are we gonna say why?
Go ahead.
Are we gonna say why they?
We know why.
Go ahead. We know, but say
because black people.
Oh, where are they invading?
Africa.
Oh, it looks like they're somewhere in Africa.
Oh no.
We'll deal with that later.
It's Africa. It's not Europe. It's Africa. Oh yeah, no, we good. Nah.
Oh, and it's Wakanda, a third world country.
Yeah. Well, by then Wakanda was like more. It was like not a third world country, but they just revealed it. Yeah, so they didn't really know Wakanda's capabilities before the finger snap. But yeah, like it.
But where were all the spaceships that Wakanda had? Where were the spaceships that they were firing off in Black Panther? I was like, why are y'all?
They only sent off like 4 ships in total.
I will say that,
I'm like, why did y'all send off troops?
It wouldn't have mattered because they had real spaceships versus Wakanda's like air hovercraft things. Like,
okay, but it's still made of vibranium.
Exactly.
True. That's another thing that threw me off. I was like, if you got vibranium, right? I know it's not adamantium, but if you have vibranium, shouldn't y'all be able to like deflect these? Like, no, maybe, possibly. Go ahead.
So, can we talk about the selfishness of this suit that Black Panther had? And he's like, oh shit, y'all need help? Oh shit, there's aliens invading? You think maybe everybody else should have a suit like mine? Nah. Nah. This is my shtick. This is my shtick.
Especially since we saw that the border tribe had like the defensive
shield. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The Jabaris had nothing.
No.
Nothing.
You mean to tell
Nothing.
me
His
they
personal
could not
guard.
equip the Jabaris?
Still had nothing.
My boy M'Baku was out there. My boy M'Baku was out there in a grass skirt and a tank top. Grass skirt and a tank top and some sandals. Whooping ass.
And T'Challa's telling him, "Thank you for joining." He's like, "Of course I'd help." But I'm just like, you mean to tell me you couldn't help your boy by giving him some more defense?
Grass skirt and a tank top, like just out here, just thugging it. I was like, all he needed was black Air Forces and some dreads. He'd have been straight.
But just to freaking probably, I think there was
get this man some Air Forces. Like that's all he needed.
No, he needs some sneakers.
Yeah.
He even gave that man some whack ass shields. I was like, what the fuck are these?
Like, whack you can give him some better weapons, something.
Yo. But listen, that fight scene on the lawn, on T'Challa's grass, that was lit. That's what it was. That's what it was. His lawn, on his lawn. But then like Hulk gets his ass beat, and then they take out the scene where they're supposed to merge Hulk and Banner, so we never got to see that come to fruition until later.
But can we talk about the face that Hulk made? He's like, "Come on, Hulk," and he's like,
he ain't want them hands again.
Oh, with your bitch ass.
Oh my goodness. Oh, which reminds me.
But can you blame him though? This Hulk's never been beaten by anyone but Thor.
Okay, but didn't Tony Stark beat the shit out of him and
But he had an armor though. He had an armor. That's different.
I don't hear that.
Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk would never. The Hulk that I know?
Never.
Not my Hulk.
Never took
who
that
took a cop car and broke that shit in half to make brass knuckles?
Hashtag not my Hulk.
Like would
the Hulk who took giant chains and wrapped them around a nigga's neck and choked him out,
bro,
and clapped out an explosion would have never took
that L. Listen, and then the whole time they're trying to stall out because Wanda couldn't sit in the meadow like some kind of Disney fucking princess. Couldn't bring herself.
Watching Vision get the fucking thing out his head.
Yo,
shit, listen, this is what pisses me off. Wanda should have been on the front lines. She should have been on the front lines.
Would have took everybody out in one shot.
She would have saved Shuri so much time. I'm pretty sure Shuri would have got the stone out of his head if she was on the front line.
Literally sitting there in the woods like a Disney princess, talking about, please don't do it. I can't do it. Download this motherfucker into an Apple iPod and keep it fucking pushing. You talking about Wakanda was right there. He couldn't just fucking Bluetooth himself into the Wakanda's computer system. Like what the only reason why Vision died is because he dumb. How do you could kill Ultron with your mind, but you can't Bluetooth yourself into Wakanda's computer system so y'all can destroy this fucking gem? That was I was like, bro, what is this? And they were like, well, by then Thanos had the time stone. But the only reason why Thanos even knew to go back in time was because Wanda crushed the stone in front of him.
Yeah.
Then he was like, I get it. It must hurt, but it's okay. I'll do it for you this time. I was like, Wanda. And then she stood there and watched him do it, knowing that she could
no way. Literally watch this happen. If she would have took that energy and put it into Thanos himself, this would have been done. She could have killed Thanos.
Could have deaded Thanos.
She could have killed him.
Between Hulk, Thor, and Wanda, they could have ended Thanos right there. And that's what I thought was gonna happen. Until he was like, nah. I was like, y'all are wild.
And we out here skipping the whole plan that Peter, Iron Man, and Quill came up with.
I don't even think we should talk about that because
Peter Quill had one job.
Tobey Maguire would have never. Tobey Maguire would have never let Peter Quill do that. He would have knocked
Quill the fuck out.
He would have knocked Cole the fuck out. He'd have been like, yo, I got to get home to some Mary Jane pussy. I'm going to need you to find some chill. Like, he would have never took. Tobey Maguire would have never. Never. No.
He had that glove.
And it was only because of Spider-Man that they had the plan.
All of y'all were struggling that much with the glove.
Tobey Maguire would have never.
Like, what was Doctor Strange ever doing during all that? Like,
even better. Look, Miles Morales would have never.
Miles Morales
he would have hit Thanos with a thunder shock and knocked his ass out and slid that glove off and disappeared, and they would have been out that much. Like, Miles Morales would have never.
Miles would never.
Never. Listen, I was like, y'all really just let this man, like, beat him out of a trance, and nobody stopped Quill. I'm like, I get that y'all are busy, but y'all wasn't too busy to stop this man. Tony had nanites that he could control with his freaking mind. He could have had those nanites latch on to Quill and like get him out of the way. That's common sense. Listen.
So quick question. How old is Thanos? Because old, right?
Yeah, he's like,
and he out here getting his ass whooped by 35-year-old people.
It's not. No, they listen. Every time they fought him, they had to jump him.
Well,
don't act like he was just out here.
Right.
Don't act like he was out here getting his ass beat.
I'm saying Tony did a little bit. He got a little bit of blood.
He got a little. He
definitely got a little bit.
But that's like you getting a licking from a 2-year-old.
Okay, but nah.
You fight the 2-year-old.
When Tony Stark hit Thanos was like, "Oh, y'all want to play games?" He threw a whole moon at this man. Like, no, don't act like Thanos is out here getting bitched. Right? Because they had to jump him every time. They had to jump him every single time. He was not just going out like that. Don't hold him. Don't hold Thanos.
You're right.
Don't do that.
We'll save the one person who put real hands on Thanos for the next.
Listen, all I'm saying is, let me explain something to y'all. If this was the Justice League, Batman would have killed Vision. I swear to God, Batman would have dead it. Batman would have been like, Vision got the stone, he's dead, bro.
Batman would never be like, wait, so he needs the what out of this thing?
Nah.
Batman would just yanked it out and be like,
Batman would have been like, this is what we gonna do. Clark, kill this motherfucker right now. Fly that stone to the sun. Throw it in that bitch. We're done. Like, it would have been game over. Batman would be like, no, it's done. We not doing this. Wonder Woman would have been like, oh, you can't kill him? Snatch. Like, it's done. We ain't playing this game. Like, yo, Vision, hey.
The only one that would have given, whichever Flash we're gonna do it. He would be like, guys, we can't do that. We can't.
Don't hold Barry. Barry Allen would have never took that L. Barry Allen would be like, oh, we need to remove the stone. Let me vibrate it out of his.
Wally would.
The CW Hollywood, but that's another episode. Listen, Barry Allen would have looked at him and be like, yo, we can't get the stone out. Yo, let me vibrate it out of his head real quick. Download his memory to the hard drive. We out, bro. Barry would have ran that shit halfway across the world. And when Thanos caught him, Barry would have vibrated through his ass and kept going. Like, what do you know?
I know we're not talking about CW Flash though.
No, bro, we talking about.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure because he would have needed 12 episodes and some help from Iris.
The way Wanda went out, Ezra Miller would never. Ezra Miller would never. Never. Ezra Miller would never. Listen. And then
okay, so let me ask you all this. How did y'all feel about Peter Quill in the movie? Were you Star-Lord was right or Star-Lord was wrong?
Star-Lord pissed me off like 100% of the movie.
Like
100%.
I'm so done with him. Next Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna show up because I need to, not because I want to. Like that's how. Like he hasn't redeemed himself.
I'm watching the next one because Thor.
Like he hasn't redeemed himself from Infinity War. Like he will. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take. He might just have to die for me to be like,
Like I totally get it. That was your boo thing. Nah. You don't want to kill your boo thing, but I'm like, listen, you can find another girl to love.
You fucked up.
There's a whole universe you now know of.
You fucked up the universe for pussy.
For what?
For pussy. How are you half God? Still fucking up this.
How are you half God and couldn't hold Thanos?
Thank you.
Like I'm so confused. Like you're supposed to be OG out here.
So Thanos was a Titan.
Yeah, no, he was an alien species from the moon Titan that revolves around Saturn. He was not nobody special. That's the thing.
Alien.
Yeah, Thanos he was just a regular ass alien. Peter Quill is half God. Thor is all God. Technically, Thor is an alien from a different dimension. Technically, if you want, that's how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. classified him. But either way, Thor, Peter Quill, and Spider-Man should have been able to hold Thanos. Yeah. And Thor, Peter Quill, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange should have been able to hold Thanos easily. There was no reason why they took that L. It didn't make no sense. Like I said, Tobey Maguire.
Like, especially with Doctor Strange just sitting off to the side when he saw Peter going, you killed her. Like literally, Doctor Strange just stepped in right then and there and be like, boy, magic him away. let the adults who don't have emotional problems
Tobey Maguire. No, Andrew. I agree. Andrew Garfield would have never. He watched Gwen Stacy die.
Gwen Stacy die.
Yeah, he'd have been like, She died. Hey, if she dies, she dies, bro. We got shit to do. Like,
it's like, yo, welcome to the Dead Girlfriend Club.
you know who else I'm mad didn't get to show up? Who could have actually ran Fade? The Defenders, because the Defenders would have never. Defenders would have been like, oh, Vision need to die. Daredevil would have killed the shit out of him. Daredevil would have killed the shit out of him and kept. Luke Cage was like, damn, really? It is what it is, bro. I couldn't even see when I did it.
Listen,
I just pulled for y'all something to pull.
Conversation that we can do.
Oh God, was that a blind joke?
Yes, it was.
Luke Cage would have been like, I gotta kill Vision to save Harlem. Oh, he's dead as fuck. I'm a crime lord anyway. Like, no, they wouldn't listen. Danny Rand would have never took that L, and I don't even like Danny.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he would have.
Jessica Jones would never let that L happen.
Jessica Jones would have killed the Shadow Vision. She'd be like, oh, so what do we got to do? Do we unplug him or some shit? Like, she would have been all ready to kill him. Like, the Defenders would have never. And then we get to fucking Endgame, and then Endgame,
and that's what gets me. Like, Infinity Wars and Endgame would have been a perfect way to segue the Defenders in, even just for the movies. Like, I get they're trying to keep them two separate universes that are interconnected with it, but like that would have been a perfect segue to do that.
And then, like, also too, you gotta look at it like this, right? So Endgame was trash up until the very end. I don't care what nobody tells me. There's nothing you can say. Endgame was garbage as fuck.
Right.
It wasn't until like. I do hate the fact that they edited out the Scar, like the original Black Widow death scene was like they were fighting Thanos.
Yo, yes.
Yeah, and one of them had to jump to get the stone. Yeah, they were like Thanos showed up. He had like Thanos got the information from future Nebula as to where the Soul Stone was, and he showed up and started attacking Black Widow and Hawkeye, and Black Widow had got shot the fuck up. So she was dead anyway. She was gonna die anyway. So she decided with her last breath to jump.
In there, it would have been so much more impactful.
Yeah,
because I was just mad the whole time when they killed off Black Widow. I was just pissed.
It was so random. It was so random.
I was like, y'all could have killed. I was like, y'all took her, but not Hawkeye. The guy that's for half these movies. Like
that scene made me so mad at Hawkeye. I'm like, how you lose this much and you still alive?
Every damn movie he be getting his ass beat and he still live. I'm confused. I'm like, bro.
I'm like,
useless ass Avenger. Like, but had they kept that original scene where she was gonna die anyway, it would have all made so much more sense. Like, I don't like the remake. That shit was trash. Right. They should have kept that in there because then it would have been like, oh, okay, well, she was gonna die anyway. It was like the ultimate sacrifice. If she didn't die, then they both would have died. Type shit. Like, he would have got the stone. Marvel fucked up taking that out. But that was the only scene.
A lot of the edits that they did, because
like them spending 45 minutes on Captain America's ass. Like, nah, that wasn't necessary. His ass ain't even that fat. Like, nah.
So that
white
fight,
man, yes,
that fight was so hilarious. Can we touch on that? Can we touch on American ass?
Brooklyn
beating his own ass.
Brooklyn.
I was like, damn, 5 years ago you whooped your ass like that.
I was like, that was a beautiful scene. I'm not gonna. That was a great fight.
It was a great fight.
Yeah.
It was a good scene. But again, like there was that.
I was like, damn, this.
Like,
can we talk about the symbolism of America having to cheat and lie to itself in order to win?
Hey! I got a text. The FBI agent said we got to wrap this up. Like, we can't even the fact that you said you just compromised the whole episode. Like, that shit was funny.
Stop waking people up.
Right. Like, listen. I sat through all the Endgame in IMAX, waiting diligently. It wasn't until Thanos shot through that time portal, blew up their house, then sat on their front porch and waited to run their fade. He was like, and they
that was the part where I was like, okay, I can pay attention now.
I was like, oh shit, we here now. This boy, he done came through. Like he pulled. How you an alien and pull a drive-by?
So high key, I was expecting Hulk to heal.
Yeah.
From the snap.
It made sense.
Once he snapped, he's like, oh, I'm made for this.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, you got fucked up, but you're gonna heal, right? And they're like, nah.
Especially since they gave him gamma radiation, which is what he's made of. It didn't make he tried to kill himself. He tried to kill himself and couldn't do it, but he couldn't heal from gamma radiation.
The gauntlet.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
Shot himself in the head and didn't die.
And
jumped out a
he said Hulk
helicopter.
spit the bullet out.
Yeah, jumped out a helicopter into Harlem as a human and got up as the Hulk.
This gauntlet hurts him.
Yeah,
hurt him. The gauntlet.
But some burns, some fucking burns.
Like okay.
Most powerful dude on the squad, and y'all hold him. Like that was trash.
Edward Norton would never.
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 But Brooklyn showed up though. Shout out to Brooklyn. Yeah. Brooklyn showed up for that. Brooklyn should listen. The Hulk, Thor, and to backtrack, shout out to Marvel for making Thor traumatized by PTSD in his own failure. I did appreciate the fact
so that was everything with Thor in that whole movie. I absolutely adored that.
Yeah,
I really truly did, because how often do you see in media besides Tony dealing with his PTSD in Iron Man 3, which was really great.
Yeah.
You don't ever see any type of superheroes in any live action media deal with PTSD, because the only other character I can think of besides Thor and Iron Man is Korra.
Yeah.
Avatar Korra. That's the only other character I can think of.
And like Thor being a god and him being able to still relate on a human level was lit.
Andrew Garfield.
Yes.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield with Gwen Stacy.
This mofo went through a whole year just letting crime happen.
Yeah.
I would too. Like, you
fuck
try
that.
to save try to save your girlfriend and then you accidentally killed her. I'd be fucked up too. I'd be like, I hurt someone else. I'd be like,
I do appreciate Marvel for that. I really do. That was good look. But like I said, Brooklyn came in clutch when the big three got their ass beat. Like that, I was like, so you couldn't live with your failures. And where that brings you? Back to this ass whooping. I was like, oh no. It was the movie didn't get good. Like that fight scene was one of the best superhero fight scenes ever. Like legit. I can't deny that.
I felt like it should have been longer.
It should have been.
Backtracking a little bit though, real quick. How shocked were y'all when after the title card went up and it showed how many years went later? How shocked were all of y'all after that? I wasn't.
That was 5 years.
Yeah, no, because they had no way to get to Thanos. They had no way to that made sense. And then
damn.
They found Tony out the gate, but they had no way to track Thanos until because they found Tony immediately, and Tony and Nebula tracked Thanos instantly, and then killed Thanos, and then 5 years went by because they had no way to recover the stuff. So no, that made sense to me. I thought it was actually going to be a little shorter or a little longer, but no, that made sense. I fuck with that.
I was like, damn. I was just that whole sequence. I was just sitting in my chair like this. Damn.
Yeah. Shout out to Ant-Man. Shout out to that rat that saved Ant-Man. So
talk about Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
That fucking rat.
Shout out to that rat. But back to the end. Captain America holding Majora, that was lit as fuck. Him running Thanos. I knew everybody was gonna show up.
That freaking swing he did, it just was like.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
That fight was all Brooklyn. All Brooklyn.
When Mjolnir gets picked up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah.
I felt
Thor's ass is knocked the fuck out through a rock.
When it was Cap, I thought it was gonna be Thor because he reached. But when it was Cap, I was like,
did he do it? And
I never felt my adrenaline rush so much in a movie so fast, and I never seen a movie theater all have the same. That shit was lit.
I still watch that scene. That shit still gets me hyped.
Just for that scene.
Just for that moment when he picks up Mjolnir and beats the fuck out of Thanos, and then after he gets his ass beat, you got Thor. I know he's an out of shape god, but Thor is laying on his back. Iron Man is laying on his back, and Captain America, no powers, no armor, gets up.
He's still I can still go.
Just good old American steroids, baby.
And you know what's crazy? since you mentioned symbolism, how symbolic is it that Captain America was getting his ass beat and it was a black man that came and saved him?
And
that part.
It was a black man. It was a black man. It was a black man.
On your left.
On your left. And the first nigga out the portal was the dude who was mad about his front lawn getting fucked up. He was like, no, run that. Run that back. Y'all didn't fuck up Obama's lawn. Run this back. Run this back. Y'all ain't fuck up Obama's lawn. Hey, Bombay, bitch. We out here. I'm going to get my rematch. T'Challa was about that life. He was like, no, we out here. We out here. Full squad. Let's go. Whole country on your ass. You about to pay for this. I was down for that. Black man, first dude out the port. I was like, I didn't know who was it going to be. But the fact that it was T'Challa, I was like, nah, hey, we out
Like
here.
I seriously thought
it
was going to be. I thought it was going to be Sam because he said on your left, and I was like, okay, it's going to be Sam. But no,
the first
it was
4
T'Challa,
people,
Shuri, and Okoye.
the first 4 people out the portals
was black. The first 4 people was black. They was like, nah, run this back.
walking, flying.
Bro, T'Challa.
Hey, but that entrance was so dope, though. You can't even lie.
T'Challa walked out that portal like, so you know you about to get this ass beat, right? Like T'Challa's like, so you know, these aren't black shoes. These are black forces underneath these footies. Like, I need you to understand that. Like, you about to get your pay.
Black sneakers.
T'Challa wanted that W. Like, he was about that. He was ready. He came ready. Like, he was the first one up the hill. Like when he was. When Cap said assemble, T'Challa took the fuck off. He was like, "Oh no, I want my lawn fixed, bitch. We about to run this all the way."
He's like, "I'm getting first hit." He's like, "I'm getting first."
And then of course Scarlet Witch shows up, gets her ass beat, and then Captain.
She was doing so well, and then
she was doing
fucking
well,
emotions.
Bro, listen,
swear to God.
The dick, it came back to haunt her. 5 years of being dead, and the dick still hit her. Like, she woke
like,
up.
You took everything from me.
I don't even know.
She was about to tear this. She took this motherfucker's armor apart. And was about to tear him apart. He's like, rain down fire. Like, but sir, the troops, fuck them troops.
Fuck them troops.
He really said fuck them.
He didn't give a damn. Listen, and then Captain Marvel, who's been in the universe the whole 10 years of this Marvel run, and didn't do shit about Thanos until 20 years. 20. It didn't do shit. It didn't do shit.
You remember how 5 years ago she was like, but the universe has other problems. Bitch, no, it doesn't.
Are you not from Earth? Are you not from Earth? What the fuck are you talking? This is your home planet. You ain't got no home to go back to if it's destroyed. What are you talking about?
No one else was threatening to kill half of life in all the universe.
But the fact that she was protecting the galaxy and never ran into Thanos,
that's
who was wiping out half of every planet.
How is this Galactic Protector? Galactic Protector, where all these other planets knew about Thanos. You mean to tell me she has never heard of Thanos?
Hal Jordan would never.
Hal Jordan would never.
Jon Stewart would have never. Jon Stewart would be like, bitch, this is my sector. You got me so fucked up. Like, that would have never.
And before I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, oh, well, they didn't think of Captain Marvel for some reason. I don't care. They could still make continuity a thing. They still could have done a continuity thing. Like, oh, yeah, I knew about Thanos when she came back to Earth. Like,
no.
She could have said something.
She came back to Earth in the middle of the end of the fight just to get her ass beat by a stone.
Okay.
One time. She got hit one time. He was like,
count that,
stop that.
Can you even count that? She would have, if she wasn't being fucking arrogant, she could have taken him down before
she literally could have broke Thanos' neck out the gate and just ended it. She got she got light rays shooting out her hand.
This arrogance in these characters is killing me.
She got light rays shooting out her hand, and she get her ass beat by the Power Stone, and then disappears for the whole fight.
She could have picked him up and flew away.
Facts. Done.
Facts. She could have broke his arm off.
She could have flew him into the sun easily, into the upper atmosphere easily.
Right, she's fast enough for it. She could have done that before he even snapped his fingers.
So Tony Stark dies. But why couldn't Captain Marvel just have taken the gauntlet and snapped her fingers? She would have lived. She would have lived. So Iron Man had to die because Captain Marvel is trash?
Yep.
But it's because his contract was up, so they had to think of something to make him go out. I'm like, bullshit.
Tony Stark died.
They could have split up those. He could have divvied up those stones so they could have run off.
Fuck all that. She could have took the gauntlet, snapped her fucking fingers, and it'd be done. They were trying to get the gauntlet to the van, and I'm like, okay, but y'all get it to the van. Where you gonna take it?
Where you gonna take it?
I think they were trying to take it to the microverse or whatever it was that Ant-Man was in.
So a bacteria can use it? What the fuck? What?
Could a bacteria use it?
Like, that was a poor plan. That was a terrible idea. Like, that didn't make sense.
Horrible idea. All of it was.
Did we not see the first movie? There was a lot of bad decisions in the
first
movie. Of course, there's gonna be more bad decisions.
Because they couldn't have beat Thanos regardless. Like even if they got rid of the gauntlet, where they still had Thanos. So
at that point, it was
and they still had. And they still had Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Right. Oh, did they? Because
once she woke up.
Right. Like,
she woke up because remember all the girls had to help out. Remember?
No, that was before she got her ass beat. Was it?
Yeah,
that was before she got her ass beat.
That was before. Yeah.
Why is it that every single one of us is guilty of cheering for Thanos when he knocked the shit out of Captain Marvel?
Because her character is so arrogant and so trash, and it
plead the fifth.
Her character was trash.
All of us, everyone.
And Brie Larson, and the thing is, Brie Larson was already the center of controversy for saying like men won't understand Captain Marvel; they shouldn't go see it. Okay, but I came to see a character get her ass beat multiple times in multiple movies. Like you was talking all like, and it's not about her being a woman. It's like the arrogance of her character and the actor, the caucasity, and then like you like, and then like you roll up on Thanos, hit you, and you don't even your skin doesn't even ripple. Nothing. But all of a sudden he takes the Power Stone and blows your ass away, and you're gone. Like the one person who really could take this man gets knocked out by the Power Stone, and we never see you again after you arrive late. Like, how do you not? How do these people not know there's a whole alien invasion? I'm confused. Like
basically, Captain Marvel was being Tuxedo Mask because he just throws the rose, does a pep talk to Sailor Moon, gives a pep talk to Sailor Moon, and then leaves. That's literally what Captain Marvel did.
Tuxedo Mask. That is her new name. Tuxedo Mask. That is her new nickname. Tuxedo Mask. Tuxedo Marvel, like that's her new name. That's her Tuxedo Marvel. That's
Tuxedo Marvel.
Iron Man died
You're welcome.
Captain Marvel was trash. That's literally the reason why he died. Like is because Captain Marvel's trash. Tony Stark would still be alive to bully Spider-Man if Captain Marvel wasn't.
She really could have.
Listen. On that relationship, Dick Grayson would have never.
Nope.
Jason Todd.
I mean,
didn't even give it the light of day.
I mean,
Jason Todd would have done a whole lot of other stuff, but
they probably would have been dead. Yeah. Especially if they were working with Hawkeye. Yeah.
Yo, Jason Todd would have just offed Hawkeye at the get-go. Let's be real.
I don't care what nobody says. People hold it Justice League all the time. Darkseid is an interdimensional. He's an interdimensional celestial god level being. The only people in DC that can take Darkseid's true form is God himself, the Spectre, Lucifer Morningstar, and Lucifer's niece, who is God in DC Comics. People don't know that, but she's God in DC Comics. Mm-hmm. There's only 4 people in all of DC that can take Darkseid's true form. Thanos is literally just like Mongrel or Brainiac. Like literally
this is a little known fact about MCU's Hawkeye. If you work with him, you're gonna die. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, Lucifer Morningstar teamed up with Hawkeye. Oh,
Satan's dead. How? How did you kill Satan? Explain
to me. Don't worry about it.
That don't even make sense.
Imagine Hawkeye coming through. Oh, guys, I tried. What? We sent you out for pizza.
How did Rocket die? He wasn't even with you. Like, what just happened?
So speaking of Rocket, can we talk about how awesome and badass it was where fucking Bucky just picks up fucking Rocket and just let him go?
Rocket is lit. Rocket. How much for your arm? What?
What? No,
I'm gonna get that arm.
Like,
I'm gonna get that arm.
I would kill for like a few episodes, like short, like 10-minute short episodes of just adventures of Winter Soldier
Bucky
and Rocket.
Yeah.
Like, I would wholeheartedly watch that. Just stupid 10-minute shorts of them. Give me this.
But to wrap this up, you know who's the biggest trash character in all of this? The biggest trash character.
Who?
Steve Rogers. You know why? Because when he went back in time to return the Infinity Stones, he knew everything that was going to happen from 1970 all the way up to present day, and he didn't say shit to nobody. Nobody.
He didn't say shit to nobody. That's where it gets tricky, because I agree. Yeah. But this is where like the time travel part gets so tricky, and why I hate time travel in any type of media, because it's like, which version of Steve are we seeing? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
true. Yeah.
Because I'm like, is the Steve that we've been seeing through all these movies the Steve that went into the past, or was this the Steve that did not know about any? So it's like, what is which?
But
is
by
the
the
right
time,
Steve?
but by the time he went back in time, he knew. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
it was.
But remember, they had to. So they weren't trying to change anything else, because if he had changed something else, then he would have broken his promise to Tony about keeping things the way that they were, so that his daughter was born.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
if he had changed anything else, he would have broken his promise to Tony.
Yeah, a lot of things would have been.
We gotta take a moment. Oh God, damn! I forgot it. It was right there. Keep going.
Yeah,
But and then it's like, also it's like, so how does this affect the timeline more? Because like Peggy, clearly we know Peggy married someone else that was not.
But she couldn't tell Tony. She couldn't tell Steve it was Steve.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she couldn't. She
So
couldn't
it's
tell
like,
Steve it was Steve.
There's so much, like, that's another thing that gets me with Endgame. There's so many more plot holes now.
Yeah.
Like we're obviously getting the new TV show about Loki, because that's a whole other new timeline they created.
Yeah.
But there's just like so many more plot hole and timeline questions.
But didn't Steve hook up with Peggy's daughter?
No.
It was
That wasn't his daughter?
but they never did.
Her
Her
niece.
It was his. Okay, that was his.
So
Which
that
was really
his,
weird.
That was his niece.
That was still
That was his
in-law.
great niece. That was his great niece. That was his great
In-law.
niece. Yeah.
In-law.
No, because that was his
that was
direct
Peggy's
niece.
biological niece.
Yeah, that was Peggy's biological niece. So like him and Peggy had kids in the past,
Yeah,
and those kids had that girl.
But the niece is Peggy's sister's daughter. He's not related to Peggy's sister.
Oh, it was.
It's just still
I thought
weird.
I thought it
though.
was Peggy. Okay.
That's
Oh yeah,
still weird.
100%.
Like-
But
Like, oh hey, I used to like your great aunt.
And the funny thing is, the Catch-22 though, like the Super Catch-22 is that Peggy's niece would have known that Steve Rogers was Peggy's husband.
exactly.
Right, and so that gives me the fact, if Steve was her great uncle, why would she be flirting with Captain America in the one movie?
I mean, they could have hit it, but they could have hit that, but I mean, nah, probably not. Like I
So-
feel like
There's like
So when
so much.
Hulk goes to try to get the time stone, right, from the ancient one,
Yeah.
and gets his soul struck out of him. Gets his whole soul
Literally, the
snatched.
soul knocked out.
He's like, what? Anyway, so that's what I was going to talk about before. So she explains how when you take the stone, you have to put it back at that exact moment. So if Captain America didn't go back and put it back at that exact moment, which he didn't, that's universes. That's universes all over the place.
yeah. I mean, he did like right after Hulk left, he showed back up like right after.
But if you if you think about how time works,
Right.
he would have to put it back from the moment, like say he's taking it up, he'd have to put it back in that exact moment,
Yeah, he was probably
as
off
if
by
it
a
was
couple
never
seconds.
gone.
He had to be
Yeah.
off by like a couple seconds.
Right.
But maybe
because
it did-
How did
maybe-
he know to be in that same exact spot?
Yeah, maybe the couple seconds didn't matter though. Like maybe
I
that
think
didn't
it
matter.
still matters.
It matters.
We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out when.
Everything will be explained in WandaVision.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll definitely find out.
And probably the next Doctor Strange movie.
And that Hawkeye TV show that's probably gonna be trash. So, but yo,
Speak a minute.
it's time to wrap this up. It's your boy Jonathan D'Angelo, aka Johnny D,
It's your girl Neko Yasha, aka Danny.
And your fitness expert, Damn Dad Bod.
and you are tuned into the Blur View. Like, subscribe. Subscribe, and we are out of here, man. Y'all tune in next time. Peace.
Don't forget to share.
Oh yeah, share too. Do that.
Follow us everywhere.